Cancer darlings, what's up, y'all? It's your girl Tasha, aka Mama Jim, aka Jim the Butterfly, and I'm here with your team monthly general tarot scope. I want to say hello to all the cancers out there. This reading will be for Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Y'all, thank you so much for riding it out with me, sticking around, coming around every month or whenever I post something on here to watch a video. Thank you to all of my new subscribers and old subscribers. I should say welcome to my new subscribers and thank you to old subscribers. All right, guys. So let's see what we have coming in for you for the month of February. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, my information is down in the description box. Please go to the website and read the instructions and the important, I think I said important notes to remember or whatever before you book. Okay. All right. Let's see what we have coming in February. Answer those two cards. I kept trying to put them back in the deck. They're like, nope, I want to get out. Okay. So we'll leave it out. Okay. All right, and I will draw a self-care card at the end. All right, let's look at the two cards that you had to come out. Um, Justice and the Ace of Cups in reverse. Okay, let's see what you have in your center. The Temperance card being crossed by the Fool. The Fool is the challenge. Uh, your foundation is the Five of Wands in reverse. What's coming in the past is the Queen of Swords. My little crystals. What's going on presently? The Five of Swords in reverse. Coming up in the near future. I have to show you this and I'll show you all the other. You have the Star and the Queen of Pentacles. You in the self position right now is the Swords. The what's going on in and around your environment or how people are viewing you right now and or how people are viewing you right now. The Eight of Swords. Um, your hopes, wishes, your expectations, the Ace of Swords, and your outcome, the Emperor. So, again, these are general readings and they may not apply. And I feel like this is a very specific reading for some particular cancers out there. I feel like Cancer is this month in February maybe going through some type of divorce or some type of separation with someone or I feel like it's a relationship. Okay. um I feel like for some of you, if it's not a relationship, I can see where this could be some type of legal issue, but there's some type of settling with it. Okay. This could be I feel like some type of divorce could be getting finalized right now. Definitely, I feel like there have been custody battles going on. I feel like a lot of finalization is going to be taking place in the month of February. And what this does for you is bring you a sense of peace. Okay. This because it feels very long standing for you, Cancer. And I really feel like it's taken you out of your element. You really had to be very um essentially very cold. You had to be you're the facade that you had to take on with someone who was definitely about business, no holds bars, very direct. There was no, I don't feel any type of there's no room to budge is what I feel. Very, very restricted, very constricted, very linear. Okay, very rational thinking. Like you had to take your emotions out of a particular situation. And again, like I said, this is a general reading, so you have to take what applies and leave what doesn't. But I feel like that's the environment that you're coming from. Okay, but like I said, the general energy is the Temperance card. So for some of you, you have been dealing with a fire sign, maybe, because I have two fire sign cards here. Temperance is represented by Sagittarius, and then your outcome is the Emperor in reverse. That's represented by Aries. So you have been dealing with the fiery energy. Not necessarily a fire person, but someone that you have to hold your weight with this person, okay? Um, and you know where you are now, you have reached a level of, I feel like a level of compromise has been made. Okay, some type of judgment has been laid down or will be laid down in the month of February, and it's something that both parties can work with. Okay, I don't feel like everybody. For some, I'm not going to say this for everybody, but for some of you, if this was a divorce or some type of, feels like visitation, discussing discussions of visitation. Somebody, I feel like for some of you it's going to work out for both parties, but for others, there's somebody that still feels a little disgruntled regarding the settlement. I really don't feel like it's you, Cancer. I feel like it's the other party. Because you have the justice card here. So I feel like for you, you're okay with whatever the ruling was. Okay. Um, if this was not a legal case, I just feel like in some instances in your life, something has a score has been settled. All right. Um, the challenge here this month is for you to realize that it's time for you to, you don't have to wear this hat anymore. This Queen of Swords hat, you don't have to be her. Whether you're male or female, you don't have to wear that hat any longer. You can start to embrace a more fluid side, that more yeah, I guess there's a sense of fluidity that I feel this month. You know, there's a um flexibility, adaptability that I feel. And it's, I feel like for some of you, you're feeling a little overprotected. Some of you be, because of this ordeal, because it feels like an ordeal that you have been through. Some of you have some residual feelings of PTSD, feeling, you know, you're still, you have your defenses up because again, um what you have gone through, it really was a traumatic and trying experience. The foundation of why this is all is happening, I feel like again, here you are, you have these quarrels, you have these conflicts. I feel like, but it's in the reverse. So I feel like for some of you, um I'm reading this reversal as if something has you're tired. You know what I mean? You're done with the arguments. And I see that again in the present position with the 5 of Swords. You're just wanting something to be over. Okay. Um and I do, again, I feel like you're going to get what you want with this because if you were involved in a situation, Cancer, especially if Cancerian women, I do feel as if you're going to, like I said, you're going to get what you're asking for, especially when it comes to any monetary settlements, anything. So it not be a marriage, but I feel like court rulings again will be in your favor. You're going to get what's due to you. Um, and it feels like to me, and this is mid-month, but you know, this could take place anytime during the month or maybe even into, I feel, for some of you, because you have some really strong energy here. Um, it brings a sense of peace back into you, and then it's like now you can have that big sigh of release, and you can move forward essentially, and but not just move forward, but move forward with a plan in hand. Okay, this Queen of Pentacles has always has a plan about what she wants to do or how she plans to make something grow. Okay, she's all about tangible results, and I feel like whatever this was, you could not move forward until you um received the news or results or whatever, but now you got it, and now it's what you wanted and you can move forward. Okay, now you know, again, you're in the self position, you have the 10 of Swords, and I'm not laughing. I'm not laughing, Cancer. I'm just, I get it. You know what I mean? You guys know I'm a if you don't know, for new subscribers, you know that I have a Cancer moon, so I get it. Okay, I actually feel like this card is more saying that um the words and the feelings that I feel is exhaustion and fatigue. Okay. I feel like for some of you now you can rest. Some of you, this is what you're going to be doing during the month of February, just really trying to rest and recoup, recover, get your strength back up, because again, like I said, you have a new beginning coming here. Even with the challenge, the Fool card in the reverse, I mean, it's still a one. I'm sorry, it's still a zero that lets me know that there's a new beginning coming. Even if it's in the reverse, I feel like there's just a little bit of caution with it when it's in the reverse. A new beginning is afoot regardless. Okay, it's all about your attitude. I feel with the what the Fool is saying when he's in the reverse. Okay, still very positive card. All right, you have very positive cards here. Um, I just feel like you're trying to gather up your strength during this month. Make sure you get plenty of rest. Try to get as much sleep as you can. I also feel like for some of you too, this may not be physical rest, but this is mental rest, because again, like I said, you had to be on your shit in the past. Okay, I feel like for a lot of you, you've been doing a lot of researching. This could even be for some of you. To be honest with you, I'm hearing that too. Some of you are maybe you're taking your last class, especially if you're doing some type of online class and this is your last class before you graduate. um, I feel like some your schedule is working out for you in order for you to do that. Maybe you had to go back and forth, and I'm just hearing this. Maybe some of you had to go back and forth. You've been battling about your grades or something like that. But it's just like, whew, child, I am tired. That was an ordeal for me. But the wonderful thing about this is that there's a new cycle in beginning. Again, a mental cycle for you. Take time to nurture yourself. Okay, let's see what's going on in your environment, or how people are perceiving you right now. I feel like for some people, especially this other party, if this was a relationship or some type of divorce or whatever, I feel like there is somebody feels a little. I know you usually don't get resentment from this card, but I feel like there's a little bit of resentment, because I feel like what I keep hearing is they don't see it from my perspective. Okay, y'all, sorry. Someone is wishing that you could see something from their perspective, or this is and I feel like this is after some type of ruling or settlement has taken place. I also feel like for some people, maybe they don't know what's been going on in your life, and so some people are really seeing you as I feel they're seeing you as someone who is very pessimistic and helpless is a word that I'm and it's not by how you present yourself, it's about the words that you say. Okay. Again, you have so many sword cards here. Five. Um, with this environment, it just feels like somebody or your environment, maybe your environment feels a little, you feel entrapped within your environment with the Eight of Swords here. I'm just trying to, because I know I'm reading for a lot of people, but again, I believe that during this time when you're taking time for yourself, you're going to start to see, and it's not even about what you're seeing, because I feel like you see it. I actually feel like the people in and the people around you, they're lagging behind just a little bit. Okay, and the reason why I feel like they don't have a full understanding of what's been going on with you is because, I mean, honestly, I feel like some of you haven't been telling anybody what you've been going through. Okay, and so or if you have, they're viewing it from they're they're listening, they're hearing you, but they're not listening to you. So I feel like the ones that you have, told about your situation, they be looking at it as if you're complaining, but you're simply stating, describing what you're going through. Okay. And there's a difference there. Okay. And it really depends on the level of understanding that the person that you're talking to has for them to comprehend what you're saying. But again, I really don't think you care what people think about you at this point. I'm just letting you know that that's how some people are really looking at it. Like, well, he or she, they're still talking about the same thing. Um, And I feel like for you, you're just talking about it. Again, you're not complaining, but I feel like this person, you have complainers within your environment. Okay. So be careful about who you want to have pity parties with during the month of February, because I feel like, you have so much good energy coming in for you. You want to be around positive people. Okay. And people that can help you further elevate yourself and help you be cognizant of the words that you choose to say out loud, and the thoughts that you think. Okay. Because there's no victim mentality that I see within these cards, but I feel like somebody be feeling this way about you. All right. um as I said, within your self position, you're hoping, and you're coming you're I'm sorry, guys. You are preparing yourself for a new beginning, a new mental beginning, and that is your wish here. You have the Ace of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the one plus the zero equals the one. So here is that one coming back up. That is your expectation, and that is your wish. For mental clarity is what I see here. All right. For you to get on with your life and start living more authentically and thinking more positively, having more clarity of thought. Because again, I feel like your mind has been very, very cloudy these past couple of months. This situation could have been going on. I'm feeling for some of you, at least since not the winter of teen, but maybe the winter of teen, even before then. Okay. This person, and for some of you, maybe this person, I'm going to just say too, um, they have a fiery energy, but I also feel like they have some type of air energy as well. So they could have been a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This is somebody that, if this was a work situation, this is some work or whatever situation, this is a person that you really have to know your stuff, okay, if you're going against this person or organization. All right. As your outcome, you have the Emperor in reverse. I love this card for you guys because this is just reiterating what I said with the Temperance card, is that there's a loosening up here. There's a loosening of reins right now for Cancer. Um, there's not a need to be so rigid in your thinking. It's time to allow your emotions, allow your thoughts to roam freely. And this is going to give you, I feel like for some of you, you're going to have a new perspective in the month of February, because now you don't have to be so stoic. Like it's like you can return back to yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you guys have there. Two fives in this reading, and you have five major arcana cards. You had a lot of external issues going on. And so, I feel like for some of you too, you may be letting loose um this month, or decided, I need to have more fun. I need to get out. I need to do something that's going to um appease to my pleasure center, or have a little bit of fun. Let the reins be what I said, loosen up the reins. I'm gonna get off of that because I'm going all over the place. And even with the Emperor too, um, in the reverse, this does represent some type of legal issue again. But I feel like now for some of the Cancers, I feel like you are reaching a conclusion. Some of you, it may continue to move. You're at the last leg of it, but I more so feel like there's a finality here. I just feel like this Emperor is more of an energy for some of you, that it's time to let you know it's okay to move forward now. You don't have to be so linear in your thinking. You can open up and be more fluid. I guess I'm saying the same thing over and over again, so I'm gonna just stop it right there, guys. Let's see what else we have for your self-care card. I don't know that's it. Aha. Boundaries. Set boundaries. Protect your precious time and energy. How befitting. Like I said, make sure you spend some time by yourself. Get you some rest today. Today or during the month of February. Um, the Justice card can represent boundaries for me as well. So if this is for someone out there that has been having trouble setting boundaries with people, make sure that you set the appropriate boundaries, especially when it comes to your own personal self care. And it may have been a struggle for you, maybe because there is some type of attending to yourself, okay, or attending to your home. Don't let those things get by the wayside. Understand that, if for some of you, there is some type of turn down offer here with the Ace of Cups in reverse, but it's done in good measure. It's done in good faith because something needs, it feels like, the Justice card comes in to let you know that at one point in time, something was out of balance, but you're bringing it back into balance. And you have to bring something back into balance by turning something or someone down. Okay. But it's all about balance, and it's all about being fair, and it's all about being honest with yourself and being honest with this person. If there's something, if none of this applies to you guys, if there's something that you have been doing that has left you feeling tired, over exhausted, overwhelmed, very stressed, it's time to bring an end to that. And if because I feel like for some of you, maybe you've been helping someone out. If that has been the case, then the month of February is the time for you to tell somebody. Have a discussion with this person. Listen, this current plan that this plan that we have, the schedule is not working out for me. I'm missing out on sleep. I'm very tired. It's a never-ending cycle. Be open and honest with this person. I feel like some people maybe feeling like she just whining, she just complaining, whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they don't want to comply with it, I feel like for some of you, you're going to be willing to walk away from it, okay? Because it's not doing you any good. All right. So it's not serving you. It's not, and I feel like, and it's not from a selfish standpoint. I really don't feel like it's serving the situation on a grand scheme of things too. So it's like you can't be productive if you don't get any rest. So anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much. And once again, if you would like a personal reading, please check my description, my link down in the description box. Y'all, I'm getting tongue tied this morning. Have a great day, guys, and have a wonderful February. Bye.